This is the songbird cooking. Oh, boy. This is my bagel. Egg. 2 egg omelet. Cheese. You got cheese? 4 sausages. Yep, 4. You know, I used to be 335 pounds. There's the rest of my food over there. 335 pounds. Yep. And I used to go on diets all the time, and I was successful. And then I go down to a size 8. If I saw something I wanted to wear, it was small, then I would go on a diet. Buy it from the store and go on a diet. Do aerobics. You know, I was big, but I could move good. I do aerobics, you know, and with Denise, her name was Denise. I forget her last name, Austin. She had an aerobics tape. She used to come on TV sometime, but yummy. So, you know, with 6 weeks of aerobics on the floor, it was easy to go from a size 18 down to a 8. Maybe 2 to 3 months. It depends on what I was eating, but I could do it. At first, I thought I should starve myself to death to lose weight, but that only not good for you at all. It just makes your body starve for more, to the point that when you do eat again, you just end up overeating. Right now, as far as I know, I don't have to worry about, I'm trying to gain weight. I need to gain weight, not, I don't have to worry about it because of the full pelvis twist. And what it did to my esophagus, and my stomach, you know. And actually, although I went over there and got fixed, I think I need to go back. I mean, there's so it's like a little space in my chest, you know, like 2 little spots. And I got re-injured when I got home. In other words, they fixed it, and then I got home not really realizing how much work they did, and my chest was squeezed and pushed out sideways, like when you mash pancakes, which you should not do in a pan. I felt that. It was only for 2 seconds. It's long enough for me to get out from under that. Falling, bumping into things, whatever. I try to ignore it, but I could feel the difference. Like, maybe it's not a hole, but maybe I wasn't done healing. Of course, you know, when I first came home from the full body compression, you know, of my legs and fixing my esophagus and checking everything, my intestines and all. You know, but anyway, like right now I'm chewing And right there in that space, like right in the middle of your chest after it passes your throat. My food always got stuck right there. And that's why I haven't been gaining weight. I'm still losing weight. I'm pretty sure, though. I'm getting sick to my stomach now. I ate too fast. That's what I mean. When you don't eat good, whether you're fat or thin, then when you eat, it's like it's too fast. It's too much. Too fast for your body, especially mine with the full pelvis twist. And I'm gonna have to put this down for a minute. I'm gonna go see if they got some orange juice. Better yet, I'm about to call my son and have him bring me some orange juice. I need more than just a small cup. Oh my God. I don't think that's gonna be good later. Chew it up enough. I'm thirsty. I'm very thirsty, and I don't even want to eat. But now I gotta go back over there, and I really didn't want to have to go back down there. I got some chocolate milk. I don't know where my son put that Sprite soda, but if I find it, it's mine, and I'm gonna drink it. Look around in here. It might be in here. Anyhow, I need some juice. I can't eat all this with no juice. I gotta have something to wash this down. Alright, okay, I'm bored again. I get bored really fast. And after I eat and drink some juice, I'm gonna go to sleep. I haven't been able to stretch my legs for so long. Peace, love, and light, and respect. And just remember, I used to be 335 pounds. If it wasn't for the full pelvis twist, I'm very, very sure, 100% sure, I would not be 110 pounds. That would not happen. The lowest I ever got before the full pelvis twist is 180 pounds was my normal. I think I got down to 170 for a minute. A quick minute. Went back to 180, 200. Stabilized always at 200. My weight just stays there. And people would say, you're not 200. You don't look like you're 200 pounds. And I'm not tall. No, I'm not. I'm 5'3" I used to be 5'6" before the internal decapitation. Yes, you heard me right. Internal decapitation. Internal decapitation. 2 millimeters or 2 centimeters. Whatever it was, it's on my paperwork. 2 cc's or 2 whatever. I think it was 2. It doesn't matter. It's 2 millimeters or 2 centimeters, whatever it is. It's not a lot. This was enough to count, though. Enough to count and call it that. It's separated. Still separated. Something behind, really not in that subject, something behind my throat glows. The only thing that I know that glows is a spirit. Okay, so anyhow, meanwhile, back at the ranch. 335 pounds down to regular 225 to 200 or 180 is what I always was. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, up and down, up and down. And I just realized 335, 200, that's 135 pounds that I kept going up and down, 135 pounds, up and down, losing and gaining. I really didn't see it as a problem unless there was something I wanted to wear that I couldn't fit. And that's the truth. And as soon as I wore it, a couple of weeks, like this pair of pants I wanted so bad, and I got down, it was a size 8, and I made it to wear them. I wore them about a year, 6 months, and next thing you know, I was back up to 180, 200, 225, 300, 335. Yeah. As you can see, I don't play with food. Right now, I just need something. I'm thirsty. But yeah, what happened was, what I was trying to say was I'm so involved in looking at this food. What I'm trying to say is, if you're bigger than you want to be, don't eat diet food. Don't touch it. It makes you fatter. It makes you fatter because it's full of sodium. I know I've said this before. I bought all the link because I bought all the, I forgot I'm not supposed to say names. I bought all the top names for food, for diet food. And it just made me bigger. That's when I would get to 3 something because of the diet food. The last time I got to 335, I bought 2 big bunches of greens, real sweet potato, made potato salad, and instead of ribs, I made meatloaf or something. I don't remember, chicken. So it's best to eat real food if you're overweight and you don't want to gain weight. Do not touch diet food. Don't touch it. Don't do it. So what happened was I learned to eat extra fruit, extra salad, extra greens, and cornbread. Okay, so sometimes I gained weight on purpose when I was in my 20s because I thought if I was bigger, my butt would be bigger. Yeah, I said it. I wanted my butt to stick out, and it never did. It had a flat butt. Okay. Hey, what can you do? But see, that doesn't work. I think I did it like twice or 3 times. And by the time I was 30, I'm like, that doesn't work. When I went up to 335 pounds, I'm like, I'm 335 pounds, I'm even all around. I don't have wide hips. They don't get wide just because you gain weight, is what I found out. If they get wide when you gain weight, it's because they already ain't built that way. And that's what I found out. If your butt gets big because you gain weight, it's because you're already built that way. That's what I found out. Because no matter whether I'm big or small, I'm always even all the way around, just straight, even, round, whatever. If I'm round, I'm round. If I'm straight, I'm straight. Right now, I'm just straight, like a straight line. Straight line all the way around. Okay? And then when I get thicker, then I'm just round all the way around. Everything's even. I just, oh, except for my, my top heavy. You know what I mean? And I mean heavy. That'd be heavy. Yeah. That's the only thing that gain weight. When I gain weight is my top, not the bottom, ever. Not ever. And I accept that. There's nothing I could do about that. So I stopped gaining weight on purpose, trying to get a big butt, which that just doesn't work that way. So if anybody young is listening to this, don't waste your time gaining weight on purpose to get a butt or a hips. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. It's a waste of time. It only works that way if you're already built that way. It's already in your DNA. It's in my DNA, my mother, her sisters, and everybody. But it's not in mine. That's not my body. Now on my father's side, I say they don't have big old wide hips like they do on my mother's side. So I guess I took after my father's side. My father's sisters, they don't have big old, even when they gain weight, they're like more even like me, but their butt is they got a little more butt than me. And so my mom's mom was, they could lie all day. They call it Dutch. I call it white. It's the same thing. She call it Dutch. I call it white people. And that's in my blood. Stop, you want to cover it up and call it Dutch? Call it what you want. I don't care. And then I find out Dutch is German. Hello. And yeah, some white girls do have fat butts, but I wasn't. That's not in my no. So my grandma was wide and flat in the back, and my yeah, we talking about butts, and because I wanted one, and my father's side is decent, nice built, but no wide hips, no wide hips going on there. And I did not inherit hips. There's not where I don't have that. I don't care. I do have big. My thigh muscles get nice and big, and yeah. Because I do a lot, since I was younger, picking up things, doing things. And they said, don't forget about that. That bike. I used to push up that hill. That lasts me for years of muscles. And when I was 10 years old, and there was a teacher. He came from New York. I had a crush on him. But, of course, he was a grown man, for God's sakes. He was 24. I wasn't the only one. Them girls was like, how old are you? He was the only young teacher we had ever had at that school at the moment. And this was in Tuskegee, Alabama. So it was a big deal. Of course, he came from New York. He's come from the big city. I really didn't care about that part. Well, I did care he was cute, whatever. I wasn't into boys, but whatever. So what happened was he took us to the gym. It's not about him. He took us to the gym, like on a field trip. And in the gym, that's the first time I fell in love with weights. I don't do weights now. I'm not trying to look like that. Nope. And I sat down on this, it looked like a chair, but of course it was for exercise. It was real low to the floor. And he was instructing all of us on how to use all the little exercise machines, so they were bigger than us. I didn't mean to say that. And I sat down, and he set the weight for 100 pounds. And he set it for 110 pounds, and I was only 110 pounds. And, you push your feet. It has a spot for you to put your feet. And I pushed my feet, and I was pushing that weight up and down. So he made everybody pick up their own equal weight. And that's when the day I learned that my legs were really strong, real strong. I'm pushing that bike up that hill since I was 5. When I took my training wheels off, I made my stepfather take them off. And no, I couldn't ride. It didn't matter. Just take that off. That's holding me back. Climbing that hill was so steep. And I still got muscles in my calves from that hill. I love that. Okay, so now let me get me something to drink, and I'll check with y'all later. Peace, love, and light, and respect.